guys. Hello, my spookies. My name is Jordan, and thank you for clicking on this video. I am actually on my way to evacuate because there's another hurricane coming our way. If you watched my video of my review of the movie Host, you saw that I actually got the storm surge warning, which is fun. And then the hurricane warning came not too long after, so I am evacuating. I am heading up to Dallas to go be with my friends who live up there, and it's far away from the coast. So the thing is I live right on the water. So anyway, I am headed there, and I figured why not make the best of my time. Both hands are on the wheel. I am completely hands-free, so I don't want to hear crap. Okay, I have my phone in my little thing right here. So anyway, if you don't know me, my name is Jordan. I have this channel, and I've had this channel for the past 5 years, and I have posted pretty much anything and everything that I like on this channel, rather than actually having like one niche, you know? I still don't know if is it niche or niche. I don't know. Multiple people say different things. But anyway, sorry if you can hear my windshield wiper. It is raining, as you can see, because a hurricane is a-coming. But yeah, so I've had multiple different genres that I've made, multiple different niches that I've done videos for. I've done gaming, I've done story times, I've done pretty much everything under the sun, you know? I've done movie reviews in the past. I've done multiple different things, you know, a lot of gaming, a lot of just basically vlog style stuff and talking head stuff. But I realized, like, so my goal in life, okay, I'm too creative. I'm too creative to be behind a desk. I am. I'm a writer. I take pride and I love all things creative. I want to be a filmmaker. I want to be a writer, and I want to do that full time. And I've been saying this my entire life. My YouTube channel is how I'm going to get there, and I know that. And so I was like, you know what? I'm not getting any growth with making videos about whatever I want, okay? So I was like, I need to pick a niche. What is my most passionate about? What makes my heart pump faster? What excites me? What is something that I can talk about nonstop and never get bored, you know? Sorry, I talk with my hands and I'm driving. I should stop. So I was like, what can I talk about and never get bored? And I've had this in the back of my head. I've had this idea for this channel in the back of my head for forever, but I was like, you know what? This is my biggest shot, but I've been scared of failure. Like, what if I don't make it? You know, like, what if this is my last resort? Like, this is the plan for my channel. And I've been wanting to make my channel about horror movies, strictly about horror movies, for years. But I've been so scared because I know that that's my avenue. And what if I fail, you know? Then where am I going to go next? Because I don't like anything as much, you know? I don't like anything else as much to make a whole YouTube channel out of it. So, but I'm like, you know what? I need to embrace it. I need to accept that this is where I'm going to be, and I need to kick ass at it and make my name known in the horror movie review, horror movie space on YouTube. And I need to do that, and I need to do it well, and I need to kick ass at it, and that's what I'm here to do. So the past 5 years of my channel, I've greeted people with hello beautiful people, my name is Jordan. And yes, of course you are all still beautiful people, but I just wanted something more attuned to the channel, so I went with spookies. I don't know if that'll change, it probably will, but hello my spookies. I just think it sounds cute, right? So I think my whole thing that makes me unique, is that I am woo baby that loves horror movies, and I love pink, and I love pastels, and I love rose gold. I love like cute little babyish things and Winnie the Pooh and stuff like that. But I'm also like a gigantic horror gorehound, you know? Like it's I don't know. I think that's what makes me unique. So hopefully y'all enjoy that, and it's something different. rather than I've always gotten commented on people that look at me and they're like, oh my god, you're so sweet, and you're so like I'm not tiny because I'm 5'9", but like, oh my god, you're so like tiny, like, you know, like the way I act. I can't believe you like horror movies. And I'm like, yeah, my favorite horror movie is Final Destination 2. I love when the guy gets the ladder through the eye socket and everyone's just like, what? Like, who is this? You know, like, you don't seem like you would be into horror. But anyway, yeah, I love horror. It's my favorite genre. I love it so much. And the Saw series, the Saw franchise, I have 2 Saw tattoos. It's my favorite favorite horror series, right next to Final Destination. I love them both very, very much. Those are my 2 very favorite horror movie series, and they just like shaped my life, and they shaped my love of horror. You know, the first horror movie, like the first real horror movie I ever saw was actually Scream, but the first real horror movie, like gory anything, was Final Destination 2, and I was 12 years old, and my mom, I actually saw the second one before I saw the first one. I was home one day, I vaguely remember we were at our old house. I was with my mom, and we were trying to figure out something to watch on DirecTV, and it was back in the day where you would have the DirecTV and you didn't have on demand, and you had to wait until the movie started. Like, you rented it, but you had to wait until the movie started. Does that ring a bell with anybody, or am I just old? But anyway, so mom said that she saw it in the movie theater with her boyfriend at the time, and they thought it was pretty good, and the first one was okay too, and she was like, do you want to watch Final Destination 2? Or no, actually, she'd never seen it. She said she saw the first one with her boyfriend at the time, the year before, but she had never actually seen the second one, and she wanted to watch the second one, which is hilarious because my mom absolutely hates horror and gore and anything like that now, but back then she loved horror and she loved stuff like that. It's weird, like as you get older, like your interests change, but I don't think I'll ever stop hating horror movies. But anyway, my mom is baby now, and she doesn't mess with horror movies anymore. But her favorite show is The Walking Dead. It makes no sense. She won't watch Hannibal because she's scared of cannibals, but she watches The Walking Dead, and it's her favorite show. How does that make any sense? Anyway, she was like, let's watch Final Destination 2 because Final Destination 1 was really good. And I was like, okay. I think I was either 11 or 12. It came out in 2003, so I was either 12 or about to turn 12. And we put it on, and I watched it, and I never seen anything like it, obviously, because it's horror, but the whole like premonition sequence, and then like the people dying off one by one, I thought that was the coolest thing ever. And I knew about graphics and special effects and things like that, but I was fascinated with it. And I remember the very first like on-screen like death I saw was when the ladder went through the guy's eye socket. I thought that was seriously the coolest thing I'd ever seen. I was like, oh my god, that is so cool. I wonder how they did that. I need to get my hand on one of the DVDs for this so that I can watch the behind the scenes and see how they created that. And I became obsessed with that movie to the point where I would quote it at school in the 6th grade. I would quote it constantly. I would write out the whole script. I could literally steal that movie so many times. I could write out the whole script from beginning to end and not miss a single word. I knew everything to do with that movie. I would watch the behind the scenes of it over and over and over. That movie was literally everything to me. Like my entire junior high years, Final Destination 2, like completely obsessed. Like it's still one of my favorite movies. It is still my favorite horror movie of all time. And like it's not Oscar worthy, you know. It's not this great psychological thriller that has you think. No, it's just gore and gratuitous stuff, you know. It's not anything that makes you think. It's not anything that makes you changes your life, you know. But my thing with movies is if it's fun and it's entertaining to watch, then it was a good movie. You know, I'm not this big Oscar voter person that is super snotty and only likes certain things and is like, oh, that was a bad movie, and you know, like movie Twitter or movie Tumblr or whatever the hell, like film Twitter and all that stuff. So I don't give a damn if it's if it's interesting and it's entertaining, then I think it's a good movie. You know what I'm saying? So, but Final Destination 2 changed my life, and I knew from watching the behind the scenes of Final Destination 2 that I would be a horror filmmaker one day, and I'm still waiting. It'll happen. I just need to find the right people, and get away from this town. But I can't get away from this town unless I'm debt free, which is why I'm on YouTube, because like, hey, hopefully I'll be able to make some connections on this YouTube, and hopefully that I'll be able to pay off my debt with YouTube, niching down and finding my people, you know, because none of my subscribers right now are really super horror fans. So I know I'm going to lose a whole bunch of subscribers, which is fine, because I mean, if you aren't interested in something that's super passionate to me, I mean, it makes sense that you wouldn't want to join the channel or be on the channel if you're not into horror. But I am going to make another YouTube where I post my more basic stuff, and then I have my gaming channel too, so I'll just split those up, and then I'll have 3 channels, but this one's going to be my main. It's going to be my horror channel. So, because this is the channel that's monetized, this is the channel that is my main channel, and it already has a whole bunch of engagement and views and subscribers, and so that's where I'm going with it. Anyway, I love horror, and this is just a rant. I just wanted to make this little video so that I would have for posterity, I guess. I don't know. And so I would be able to look back on this hopefully in a few years when I've quote-unquote made it and be able to be like, oh, hey, I remember making that video on the way to evacuate. Cool. But for real, I'm fascinated with horror, and I'm a horror writer, you know. The 2 novels that I've been working on for the past couple years are both horror novels, and they're both named after flowers. So one of them is called Daisy, and I'm still deciding if the second one is called One Flower or Another. I haven't decided. But one of them is called Daisy, which seems like, oh, ew, cute, but it's like a fucking horror novel, and it's pretty dark, and it's really cool, and I'm really excited to share it someday. But it's difficult because I need to find a good horror publisher. I don't want to self-publish. I haven't decided yet. It's going to be expensive either way. It's going to be a long shot either way. I need to put the finishing touches and really try to proactively find a publisher, because I want to get those books out because I love them so much and they're a huge passion to me. But this channel is going to be all about horror all the time. And we're coming up on Halloween, so that's going to be fun. I want to watch a whole bunch of new horror movies that I've never seen and give my reviews on them. And I think that'd be really cool. I think that'd be really fun. And my whole thing with movies is, with my ADHD, I just watch the same movies over and over again. Like, I know that I like Final Destination 2, so I'll watch it. And I've seen it probably like 1,000 times, like no joke. When I was in the 6th grade, I watched it like 3 times a day, like no joke. I'd watch it once before work, once before school, and twice after school, pretty much every day of junior high. So yeah, and then I just watch it like at least once a week since, at least, just like I'll have it on in the background while I'm doing something else. But I've seen that movie like over 1,000 times, and so I love all the Final Destination movies, but 2 is always gonna have that special place in my heart. And my thing is that I watch the same horror movies over and over. Same with Saw. I've seen all of the different Saw movies at least 100 times each, at least. Saw 3 is my favorite. What is your favorite Saw movie? If you have seen the Saw movies, I would love to know what your favorite Saw movie is, if you want to put that down in the comments. But I fucking love horror, but like I said, I keep watching the same horror movies over and over again rather than broadening my viewership of horror, you know? I need to watch more. I need to engage with more horror movies that I've never seen, and go out of my box. When the theaters were open before this whole pandemic BS, I would go to see at least like there was usually always a new horror movie in the theater, and I would always see it, you know, and I would always go alone at like close to midnight, so I'd be the only person in the theater, which there's nothing, see, I love horror movies, but I'm also baby, so like as soon as the credits start and I am alone in the theater, that is the most terrifying thing. When you are alone in a movie theater, you just got done watching a horror movie, and the credits start, and it's usually spooky music, and you have to run out of the theater down that long hallway by yourself. No, I hate that feeling, but at the same time, I love it because it just gives you like the adrenaline. It's kind of like being in a haunted house or something. I don't know. I love that. I am a masochist, apparently, but I just love it. And I remember I saw the Evil Dead remake that way. I saw, what's that one movie about the Dybbuk box with Jeffrey Dean Morgan? I saw that way. I saw a whole bunch of different horror movies that way, and it's so exhilarating, you know, I just love it. So, but there haven't been any horror movies that have really been coming out lately because of the whole pandemic thing. So rewatching or watching old stuff that I've missed is going to be opening doors for me and really letting me explore my favorite genre even more. I mean, it's not that I watch the same movies over and over again. I mean, it is, but I've seen a whole bunch. Like, if you give me a list of horror movies that I've seen, I can probably check at least 80% of them. But I want to see that 20%, you know? I want to watch originals of stuff. I've only seen the remake of Evil Dead. I haven't seen the originals. While I know the originals are more comedic, I want to pay homage to the older horror films. I just want this whole channel to be about me experiencing horror and me expanding my love of horror and expanding my viewership of horror, and me talking about all of my horror DVDs, because I posted it one time on my Twitter. I took all of my horror DVDs and Blu-rays and I laid them all out, and I took a picture of them, and it was like probably close to like 50 DVDs at least, and that was a lot of fun, and everyone was like choosing their favorite out of whichever one I posted. But yeah, it's fun. I love horror, and I can talk about horror for my entire life and just never get bored of it because it's fascinating to me, which is so funny because I love movie gore. I just think there's nothing cooler than movie gore. But I can't, like, if I see someone bleeding in real life, I'm out of there. Like, I don't fuck with that. I like real life blood and real life, like, gore. No, I'll have nightmares. I hate that. But no, I can fall asleep watching Saw and be completely fine and not have nightmares and just be alright, you know, that's just how I am. I can watch a horror movie and go straight to sleep right after and just be completely fine. I am scared of the dark, but it has nothing to do with horror movies. I'm just baby. I do have a nightlight. I have a lamp. So, but yeah, I just wanted to make this video so that I could show people like my personality, kind of my background of horror, so that any new subscribers know what to expect and any new subscribers kind of know who I am, you know? And it's just, I really appreciate anybody for watching this. I really appreciate anybody that's going to subscribe and join me on my journey, and I really hope that I can be entertaining and be able to crank out good quality content. And since it's all going to be horror, it's going to be easier to make content because it's just, I only have to think about one thing, and that's horror. And it's going to be really helping my workflow and just crank stuff out, you know? But I am going to make another channel where I post more basic things. Any kind of vlog or anything, any kind of story time I'm gonna put that on that channel. So I'm probably gonna make the channel and then post it and link it down below. So if you want to check the down below in the info area, the description and all that, I'll probably have it there. I'm also gonna link my gaming channel if anyone's interested in the gaming stuff. I don't have anything posted on the gaming channel, but I have made playlists of the gaming that I've done on this channel. So going to that channel, you'll see all of my gaming, but it'll link back to this channel, if that makes any sense right now, because I haven't posted any gaming stuff on that channel. I don't know, it's confusing. But anyway, I have my 2 other channels, and if you want to check those out, if you're a subscriber right now and you're like, I'm not feeling the horror thing, then please go ahead and follow those other channels, because I'm not going to stop posting content on those channels either. It's going to come less frequent until I am able to make YouTube a full-time job doing the horror thing, which it will happen. That's my goal, is to be able to make YouTube my full-time job, which I know that's a lot of people's goals, but it's like, I literally have been doing this for 5 years and I have not stopped, and I'm like at the cusp. Like, I can feel it, bro. I can taste it. I can feel it. I want it more than anything, okay? And it's gonna happen. So, me talking about what I love the most, it's gonna happen. Like, you can watch my journey. Everything's gonna happen. It's gonna be cool. So, yeah, it's awesome. I have my social media right down here if you want to go check it out. I might be changing my social media. Well, I won't be changing my social media, but I'll be changing probably the name of this YouTube channel, and then making my main channel of my YouTube WhyJordie instead. I haven't decided. I'm sorry I'm confusing you. I'm just rambling. But anyway, I'm gonna go drive and blast some music, and it stopped raining, so that's good. But yeah, anyways, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoy horror, if you're excited to hear more about horror, please give this video a like and subscribe down below. I would really enjoy having you as a friend, and enjoy having you as a horror buddy to talk about horror movies with. Please post below what's your favorite horror movie of all time, or your favorite horror series, or anything like that. I'd love to know. And I love talking about horror movies, and I could talk about them all day. So, or horror series or anything like that, I would love to know. So, thank you so much for watching. I love you all, and toodles.